It is a massive weekend coming up at Santa Anita Derby Day on Saturday, Santa Anita Oaks. So Kentucky Oaks points, Kentucky Derby points up for grabs. But on Friday, there's a pick six carryover, over $100,000 up for grabs. 10 races Friday, 12 races Saturday, 12 races Sunday, because Sunday is the end of the meet before there's a week off. It's actually mandatory payout in all the pools. So Friday, you got a pick six carryover to shoot for. Saturday, you've got all the big races at Santa Anita with the stakes action, Santa Anita Derby. And then Sunday, the mandatory payout pools. Massive weekend. Let's dive into the daily racing form, past performances, see if we can lead you in the right directions a couple times through the pick six sequence. So it starts in race 5 on Friday, going to go around 6:08 p.m. Eastern time. And in this 5th race, I think the 2 Unbreakable Trust dropping in class, going to take a lot of money, super logical, fits really well. You're also going to have the 6 Mutt Dillon, speed, coming off of a good effort last time, fits with this group. Those 2 are going to be the 2 major players. I like the 3 a little bit. El Donato, who comes off of a 3rd place effort. I thought it was pretty good. Horse was 3rd on the outside, about 3 lengths off. Got outrun a little bit and was back to 5th, about 5 off, angled out widest of all, and really got into the best stride late behind a lone speed winner. That was his first start since July of 2024. And if you're looking at him thinking his speed figures might be a little bit light, remember that was really early on in his 2-year-old season. So I think he can take a nice step forward off of that February race. I'm going to throw the 3 in as well with the 2 and the 6. So those will be the 3 that I include in the first leg of the pick 6 sequence. Moving to the 6th race, it's a 50 starter allowance going a mile on the turf course here. I like the 2 quite a bit. Miss McWhinney, lightly raced filly who you can just go through each of her races and there's not many bad ones overall. She actually is proven at a mile. She won going a mile back on June the 15th. So look at her last couple races since coming into the Doug O'Neill barn. She wins a maiden special weight. She wins against an optional 50 group. Then she's off from June to January. She shows back up in January, going 6 furlongs. It's a fine effort when she finishes 4th. Race comes back live. She's behind a horse named Long May She Reign, and that's the horse who comes, there's Lamborghini. Long May She Reign is the horse who comes back and beats her in the next start and is in really nice form right now. And then Long May She Reign loses to a sharp horse named Lady Gregory. So looking at the races Miss McWhinney is coming out of, I think they're strong. And on February 16th, she was a really nice second. And now think about it. Coming out of those 2 6 furlong races, stretching back to a mile, I think she'll naturally be just a little closer to the pace. I don't think she's going to be on the lead. Maybe she's sitting mid-pack here instead of dead last. Miss McWhinney, I'll probably single on 1 ticket. Now, other players in here that I would be thinking about, or maybe I'm going to play on another ticket. Rosalie May is obvious coming off that win last time out, fits with the group. Mincero Grande coming off a long layoff. Mike Pipey is really good. You can look at the DRF formulator statistics when you click on the trainer name, and then you can customize however you want. So if we look at days between starts and we go to plus 180 and we look at over the last 1 year, and see how has trainer Mike Pipey done with horses coming off a long layoff over the last year, 3 for 9. And 6 of them have finished in the money, and 2 of the last 4 have won. So this barn does really well when they have horses coming off of a long layoff. Vincero Grande probably in a live spot here. I think Adeli also fits with this group. She hasn't run since last year in 2024, but her best numbers would actually be really close, and I think she could offer a bit of value. So the 2 will be a single for me on 1 ticket. Probably others where I'm using 4, 5, 6, even the 8. I'm a joker. Jockey trainer combo here, really good. But look at some of the better races for I'm a Joker. So she wins going a mile and a quarter in October, and then she jumps up and faces Graded Stakes Company. And following that, she doesn't really get towards the front end, which she wants to do. She hooked a little bit wide in January on the 5th. Then she comes back and she faces a really sharp Lady Claypool. A couple of months off now, freshen her up. I think I'm a Joker could really outrun her odds and be a fun pick 6 type of horse if this horse could show up with a good effort. So 2 singled on 1 ticket. I'll play the 4, 5, 6, and 8 along with the 2. Moving to race number 7. This will be a single for me. Thornhouse is going to take a lot of money, but Elwood Blues, I actually think, should be the favorite in this race. You go through each of his races, they're all very good. He's even better at 6 furlongs because going a little longer, he gets just a tad tired. You can see at 7 furlongs in the San Carlos, it's a little too far for him. And then 6.5 furlongs last time out, he ran really well, just got nailed right on the wire. But he'll get to cut back from 6.5 to 6 furlongs. He'll also get to go second start now after a year layoff. And he comes into the Mark Glatt barn, who's just been rolling. He's basically good at everything when you look up the statistics, but situations like this, first start off the claim and second start back after a long layoff, he's awesome. So I'm going to lean on Elwood Blues. I'm hoping the 4, 5, and 6 are all kind of battling with each other. I'd love to see the 2 right behind them, sitting like third or fourth. Elwood Blues is going to be the single for me in race number 7. Moving to the 8th race, downhill on the turf course. Many folks would possibly single the 2, Lovely Idaho. This is actually a Mike Pipey horse who won off the long layoff. I was just talking about how that's a good stat for Pipey. Here's one of them that he recently won with off a long layoff, Lovely Idaho. The 2's the one they'll all have to catch. I don't know what to do with the 3, whose only turf race was okay. She's been really good on the dirt as of late. Not very fast early on, though, and there's not a lot of speed in here. So Lovely Idaho should be able to dictate things up front. I'm hoping that if Lovely Idaho stops, a horse that could be in a good position or who will run well is the number 8, Blue Wildcat. Look at Blue Wildcat, and it's a horse whose races on the grass are pretty good. Those last 2 races, finishing second and third in similar spots, drawn well, lost to a horse named Lady Gregory, who came right back to win. Rispoli keeps the faith after being aboard in the last 2. I think Blue Wildcat is going to run well in here. So I'm going to go 2 and 8. The 1 would be the next horse for me, Elegant Sway for Andy Mathis, who's very capable. First start off the claim, and Little Red Feather is the barn who claims this one. Third place finish last time out against the 25 non-2s. That was going to against the 25 claimers going a mile. 2 starts back, though, down the hill. That's probably why they went in on this horse, because it's a decent 4th in a stakes race against Calbred Stakes Company on January the 18th. So I think the 1 will likely make the way onto some of my tickets as well. 2, 8, 1. And what do we do with the 3? Sharp Ride. Moving to race number 9. Wound Up. Going to be a single, I think, for many people here, coming off of 4 consecutive wins, some big buyer speed figures with a 92, a 97, and a 99 speed on the turf and on the dirt. He just in really good form right now. So I'm not going to try to chuck him out, but I will kind of point out that there is a little other speed in here with the 4, Manchild. He wants to go and he wants to be forward. Also, you see the number 9, Regal Patriot. He wants to go. He wants to be forward. He's drawn towards the outside. So there could be a couple other horses that push Wound Up. If that's the case, I'm going to throw in the 8, Win Ribbon, who could sit close but could also finish. And is just a pretty consistent horse right at about this level. A 10-time winner overall. This is a good third-place finish last time out. A little bit of a cutback to 5.5 will give this 9-year-old even more late punch. So I'll use the 2 and the 8 in here. Those will be the horses I use most. If you wanted to go deeper, I thought the 6, Father Delay was a tad interesting, and possibly even the 9, Regal Patriot, who will try to go second, start off the layoff, and be showing that more speed sitting close in here, gets a drop in class. But 2 and 8 will be on all the tickets for me in race number 9. Moving to the 10th race. Finish things up going a mile on the turf course here. The 1, 3, and 4, very logical. Wouldn't be shocked if those are your top 3 betting choices in this race. They all make sense, but they all want to be forward. No poking around. His win came on the lead. Checks on the way. He's been sitting really close, and now he's stretching back out from 6 furlongs. And then the 4, Got Soul. His win came when right on the lead. So I want to use at least one horse who I think will be coming from off the pace. That's the 6 Dino Dave. Just look at his form overall. So since he stretched out to a mile, you see that major improvement because he's just a horse who doesn't have a lot of early speed. Finishes third in his first start at a mile. Then he wins. And that win on November the 10th of 2024, that's a really good effort when you compare it to the rest of this field. He could sit back, make one late run. On February 15th, he probably needed the race, came back on February 28th, was facing a lone speed winner that day. Now he'll go third start of the form cycle, third start off the bench. I put the 6 on top in here. I went 6, 1, 3, 4. Those will be the horses who I try to get alive to in the Friday pick 6 at Santa Anita. There is a carryover. $100,000 plus up for grabs. And you can actually get free daily racing form past performances for the sequence. I just went through those daily racing form PPs. And if you follow us on social media or at Santa Anita, we are sharing the free daily racing form past performance link. So a huge weekend coming up at Santa Anita. Friday, pick 6 carryover. Saturday, Santa Anita Derby Day. And on Sunday, it's closing day of the meet with mandatory payout pools. Wish you all the best of luck this weekend.